Hello everybody, welcome to another session at Step Center. Today I'm going to talk to you a little about feeding and how we can adjust and adapt tools, feeding tools. In this case I'm going to be using a fork. I know that a spoon is probably a much better tool, but I'm using a fork today because my fork can fit into the objects that I'm going to be using. Whereas the spoons I have, the handle is too fat to fit into the objects that I have here. And I'll explain that further so you will understand exactly what I mean. All right, let me just move this tray to the side little and focus on the items one at a time. Okay, so this is the fork. And a lot of our children may have difficulty holding the fork. Let me pull up my chair and sit. All right, a lot of children may have difficulty holding the fork. The grip, their hand might not be able to hold it tight enough. The fingers might not be able to bend because this is just too small. This handle is just too small. So what we can do is we can make this fatter so that if this is as far as they can bend, then they're still holding something. I have here this rubber tube. Has a hole in it. It's a squeezy rubber tube. And they sell these, for these kinds of purposes. And we're going to just push this handle down in it. And here we go. A much better grip. Right? And a lot of times you notice that sometimes the child might put the thumb up on top there. That's a weak grip. This is a much stronger, a much more useful grip for the action. This is weaker, harder to handle. All right, so get the thumb underneath. Okay? All right, next thing, I have another little tube, and this is a little much softer than the other one. But it can still work if it's that you have it, better than nothing at all. Right? It will still provide some kind of help in terms of making the handle fatter. Okay? And it will still help resist slippage, or prevent slippage rather. Another thing you can do is, this is just a piece of foam, sponge. You can wrap your fork. Use rubber band, and you tighten on both sides. Sorry, I think I just pulled my hand off the screen. Sorry about that. And you have a stronger grip again. Fatter. And then you can use as much sponge that your child needs. So suppose your child hand can't go no further than that, then you have to get big enough sponge to fit into that. All right? Next thing, take this off. And sometimes you can use other materials similar to this. So like some packaging foam, it will work the same way as the sponge. Balls. Now, tennis ball and 2 styrofoam balls. I bored this one. Hear that squeak? Whoa, let me teeth. This styrofoam ball is again a wonderful option for your grip. And I'm going to show you exactly. See, it just fits right in there. And this size is good for my hand size. And you're just holding that ball. So the child will just be holding the ball, not at all holding the handle. It's the ball controlling the fork or the spoon. And besides, you can use these on pencils too, or crayons. Sometimes anything that they're going to use their fingers for, and then they have a weak grip. You assist them, you help them with that by building it up. Same thing with the tennis ball. You can use the tennis ball and still achieve that grip to handle. The last thing I want to show you is how we can use a band. Now let's say your child manages to hold the fork, but you know, can't hold it too long. So every minute it drop because the hand too weak to keep holding it. One thing you can do is this stretchy bandage here, not bandage, hand bracelet. You can put the band over it and at the other end of the fork, see? This not falling. And it just kind of helped them with that. Okay, same thing go for pencils. One other thing you could use in place of this is a scrunchie. You know, the hair little fashion thing that you put in your hair to hold up your hair. Scrunchie. You can use something like that too. Piece of elastic. Anything that can stretch from side to side but hold down firmly. All right, so that's it for today. We went through all the different ways that we can help. Balls, tubes, and something like probably a hose could use to. Sometimes you can even just wrap cloth around it and tape it down. Anything, what the aim is to try to make this fatter, and that's it. Any way that you can make this fatter for your child is good. All right, so until next time, this is me signing out. Take care. Bye bye.